It is good. It is good. Words that God said just before evening. Then it was evening. God blessed us with evening. And now God has blessed us once again with another new day. Another new day. This is the Reverend Dr. Laverne Corrine Williams Foster Hall Harvey Brown Fontaine Turner Hill Holt McCain Cash. Just grateful, 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 thankful, thankful, thankful. And this morning, God has blessed us as well to be able to pick up our Bibles and pick and pivot to John, beloved John, chapter 7, verses 14 through, let's say, 24. Jesus teaches at the feast. Jesus teaches at the feast. Not until halfway through the feast did Jesus go up to the temple courts and began to teach. The Jews were amazed and asked, "How did this man get such learning without having studied?" Jesus answered, "My teaching is not my own. It comes from him who sent me. If anyone chooses to do God's will, he will find out whether my teaching comes from God or whether I speak on my own." Now listen to these next words with your full senses open. If anyone chooses to do God's will, he will find out whether my teaching comes from God or whether I speak on my own. He who speaks on his own does so to gain honor for himself. He who speaks on his own does so to gain honor for himself. But he who works for the honor of the one who sent him is a man of truth. There is nothing false about him. There is nothing false about him. Has not Moses given you the law? Yet not one of you keeps the law. Why are you trying to kill me? You are demon-possessed, the crowd answered. Who is trying to kill you? Jesus said to them, I did one miracle, and you are all astonished. Yet because Moses gave you circumcision, though actually it did not come from Moses, but from the patriarchs, you circumcise a child on the Sabbath. Now, if a child can be circumcised on the Sabbath so that the law of Moses may not be broken, why are you angry with me for healing the whole man on the Sabbath? Stop judging by mere appearances and make a right judgment. Verse 18 bears repeating again. And listen and think about whether or not you know someone who fits these words. He who speaks on his own does so to gain honor for himself. He who speaks on his own does so to gain honor for himself. I think all of us listening know someone who fits that description. But we're not going to judge, are we? But what the scripture really is saying to me this morning, for this time in this generation, and I think over in 1 Corinthians, it speaks of generation then as the degenerate generation, just an offside or whatever, onside. But what I will keep embraced within the palms of my prayers all day long, Laverne, study, study, study to show thyself approved. Do not speak on your own, but study to show thyself approved, and study from the right teacher. That's for me this morning, this generation, this present generation. So that, yes, and I invite you as well, see what these words say to you this morning, so that we can together follow Jesus and see and hear those words that God will say just before evening. It is good. It is good. This is the Reverend Dr. Laverne Corrine, Williams Foster Hall, Harvey Brown Fontaine, Turner, Hill, Holt, McCain. Guess what? I'm just going to get on up, go on out, and be a goody good shoe today, because I'm going to follow Jesus. But before I follow Jesus, I will study to show myself approved, so that I do not speak on my own. Goody good shoe, following Jesus. How about you? It's going to be all right, Laverne.